Good morning, friends. Welcome to my channel, A Peek into the English Language. Today, I'm going to teach you how to write an essay that begins with the following words. Amy woke up in anticipation. Amy woke up in anticipation when the alarm clock that stood on her dresser jolted her from a deep slumber. A plethora of shadows fell on the floor of a cozy bedroom, creating intricate patterns. Crepuscular rays flooded into the room through a chink between the silk curtains that adorned the frosty French window. In the distance, a rooster crowed as if welcoming the arrival of a brand new day. Freeing her limbs from the labyrinth of pillows and blankets, Amy jumped out of her bed. Groggily, she walked towards the window to luxuriate in the scintillating vista that stretched endlessly before her eyes. Amy inhaled the sweet scent of jasmines that wafted through her room as she scrutinized the landscape. A few cows were grazing on the verdant slopes of the lofty mountain that loomed over her village. Fluffy white clouds were marching across the vast expanse of the azure blue sky, making the scenery look surreal. Amy knew that Zarif was somewhere out there, plowing the ground and preparing it for the paddy planting season. It had been ages since she last set eyes on him. She had left the village 5 years ago to pursue a degree at the Harvard University. Zarif and Amy had been bosom friends since they were toddlers taking their very first wobbly steps across the parquet floor of Amy's abode. They had enjoyed a unique camaraderie with each other. In the evening, they fished for trout at the meandering creek that ran behind their houses. When they cooked dinner down by the wooden playhouse, stones became potatoes and daisies were fried eggs. As they traversed through the troubled years of adolescence, their relationship blossomed into love. With the passage of time, Amy's love for Zarif waned, and when she was 17 years old, she ditched him for a more sophisticated guy who resided in the city. His name was Ruslan. What followed was now history. Here she was pining for the boy she had once betrayed. The voice of someone calling her name awakened Amy from the reverie. An urchin with a smudge on his jaw tugged at his sleeves as he pushed a note into her hand. The note came from Zarif, asking her to meet him at the fringe of the forest by nightfall. Amy was overwhelmed by happiness as she read the note, which had been scribbled hastily by its sender as he toiled in the field. Next morning, a gruesome sight greeted the villagers as they made their way into the jungle to collect firewood. Amy's body was sprawled on the ground with deep stab wounds. Blood was oozing from the gash on her neck and forming a red pool around the corpse. In a moment of madness, Zarif had brutally murdered the woman who hurt him a long time ago. Thank you.